Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Dragon Age Origins walkthrough. Alright, so, boy, that last video was, we took care of the, kind of like the final, the final, like, main story quest here in the Dalish Elven area. I did notice that I ended up getting a Keeper Staff. So, I think this is the same one that will drop from, what was his name? Zathrian? If you kill him. Right, if you, like, side with the werewolf. And same with the robe. That's not the right robe, though. This is the robe. The Keeper's robe. So this one is 5 willpower, 5 magic, 15% spirit resistance, 4 spell power, and 4 armor. I don't think I'm going to go with this one because I like that +1 mana regeneration in combat on the other robes. So I think I'm going to stick with this. But anyways, I'm going to move on back, actually go into the forest again. There is another actually kind of like reward that we can get right away. So let's do that.
You were the Grey Warden who broke the curse. I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go?
Well, let's see here. They're no longer werewolves. The curse was broken.
That makes no difference. Those monsters killed my husband. They killed so many of my people. They have Dalish blood on their hands. If they are human once more, that shall make it all the easier to take vengeance for their crimes. Tell me where they are.
Alright, so I'm going to use persuasion here. So Zathrian wanted vengeance too. Look what it did.
It destroyed him. Yes, perhaps you speak wisely. If they are gone and never return here, then perhaps it is better to let it simply end there. We will go back to the camp then. Thank you for your words. Please accept this small token of my gratitude. It belonged to my husband, and I cannot carry it any longer.
Okay, bye. Alright, so I think that's a ring. Let's see here. It's so bad. Yeah, the silver leaf. Alright, so this is +2 cunning, +5 to healing effects received, and +5 health. So I am going to obviously equip that on Liliana. I actually did equip her with a bunch of different armor as well. So give her she's got the Dalish gloves on now, so that improves backstabs. Actually, I can't remember if you can only backstab if you've got a dagger in your main hand, but I'm gonna have to look at that again. And then I've got Daniela's leather armor, which is pretty solid. And then I actually put the studded leather boots on her as well for the 5% chance to dodge attacks. So I'm actually going to head through the forest. God, every single time these bodies are glowing, it annoys me. I'm actually going to head all the way back down to where that grave is at, and see if I can beat that revenant now. I was kind of struggling there when I tried it before, so let's give this a shot again. The revenant itself, just, man, it did a ton of damage, and I didn't really seem like I was able to do much to it.
You made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey color. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
Ha! You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
Alright, I think it's down this way. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Backwards. Yeah, through here. Bingo. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Make sure that we can actually do it this time. Right. The air seems unnaturally cold around this ancient tombstone. Runes of warding are carved into the surface. Let's disturb the wards. Because that is what you do with wards. Alright, let's see here.
Careful. I think they...
Dog.
Right. Yeah, let's make this quick. An order.
What is the dog doing? Like,
Don't
so weird.
the advantage.
A-hole. You ran over just to try to interrupt me.
So be it.
Directly.
Very well. I see.
Can preserve us.
Here.
Nope, 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 nope.
I am ready.
At your order.
I shall do it.
Oh. Right. We swap over to the staff. The Revenant seems like he does like a AoE with his sword, and
Very well.
I don't want the rest of my characters in melee range. Yeah, like that.
So be it.
Alistair, what are you doing, dog?
Yes.
Watch out!
Oh yeah, I don't know what happens there, but oh. Well, I guess I do have I have everybody set to stand their ground or hold fast, something like that. Oh, is he trying to pull me right now? I think he is. Yep. Pulled me into the pillar, though.
As you wish.
Now you fall!
Oh, 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 oh. Alright, well. Hopefully that's enough damage.
Very well.
Very well.
Yes?
You should...
Let's
Right
have
on
at
your
it!
back.
As you wish.
Down you go.
Our skill has won the day!
Alright, that worked out pretty well.
Very well.
Alright, heavy plate armor. And the Juggernaut plate boots. I don't think I'm gonna equip those quite yet, but yeah, that Juggernaut set's really good. The resists are amazing on it. Swift Runner Shield. Right, let's save our game here. After that. Alright, so there's a bunch of bandits in the camp now. Yeah. Maybe I'll try to pull with Morgana. Or Morgan, Jesus, every
Let's
time.
finish this.
I don't know why I have Morgana stuck in my head, but
Begin the onslaught.
it's not her name. Well, let's see if I can pull some more out here. Look at that group of them.
Make him
And what are they
afraid.
doing down there? That looks really funny. Well, if they're just gonna sit down there and let me pull them out one at a time, then that's what I'll do.
Oh, this should be good. 'Tis your time to die! Ah!
Fish in a barrel.
Run while you can! Ugh.
Well, this feels a little cheap, but there's also a lot of dudes down there, and I don't want to deal with them all at the same time.
Ugh.
I see. As you wish.
bunch of them are coming now. Let's do this.
I see.
Actually, I didn't really
Very
do
well.
that, did I?
I am armed.
I see.
Quickly, we must fight! This is a good day.
Brilliant! That was brilliant. Thank you.
As you wish. Very well. Be wary. I shall do it.
That worked out really well.
This is a good day.
Still nothing in there. All right. I think we might be done now. Let's actually shoot. Let's check the. There's another gravestone. I can't remember exactly where it was at. It might not be in this part of the forest. Actually, I think it's in the next one. Actually, I think there's one in maybe each part of the... Yeah, let's go through here first. Yeah, there's one. I don't know if there's anything to do with this one, but let's find out. Save. All right.
At your order.
I shall be done.
Let's finish. There is no glory in...
Good to go! Be careful! Let's make it!
This part takes forever.
Kite, baby, kite.
Take that. Okay.
I am on
Now.
Hurry.
Very well.
death! Cross me and you shall pay!
I used to think that this
Let's
armor
have
looked
this.
cool. Now I think it looks like crap. Like real bad.
Direct me. Here! Cross me and you shall pay! Begin the onslaught!
That pull is
Tear them apart!
pretty exploitable. He's fast though. He's...
Let us end this! You cannot win!
Oh jeez.
Sometimes.
We are victorious again!
Alright, well, once again, kiting for the win.
It shall be done.
Juggernaut plate gloves. What's even left? The helmet? The chest, the boots, gloves. Yeah, it should be the helmet, I would think. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it should be back this way. Should be the last piece. Yeah, these fights are pretty tough though. Probably some things that I could do to make it easier. I think like force field would be good. Like I think you can keep it in a force field, right, and use it kind of kind of offensively, so that you can take out all the other enemies, and then you know, then you can do the Revenant last. But I do not have that skill on anybody yet, so. Alright, oh, did I go the wrong way? Nope, I went the right way. Okay, here it is. So let's save as usual here.
Careful. I think they've seen us. I shall do it. It shall be done. I shall do it.
Oh no, you don't!
Wipe them out! Too easy!
Yes.
Make a breath!
Let's
shall be
have
done.
at it! Okay, done with you.
It is begun.
Begin the onslaught. Good to go.
Let's finish this.
Yes. Tear them apart.
Down you go!
Using that tree to block the pole, or at least try to keep some distance between me after he pulls.
Go.
Make a preserver.
As you say. I shall do.
Watch out!
So be it.
You should run while
Shall
you
be.
can.
Got him. Boy, those things were rough. And there it is. Juggernaut helmet. Got a defender shield too. Quest complete. Cool. Alright. Well, that should be it for the like side quest stuff out here. Well, maybe not forever, but for now. Got us a nice set of Juggernaut armor. And boy, that was hard fought. Definitely earned that one. All right. Let's head back into town here. I'm gonna sell off some junk probably. And yeah, then I'll have to decide where to go next. Oh, did I not? I didn't open this yet? That doesn't make sense. Give me that.
Let us pray to the creators, Lethaline. All-Father, may you forgive our part in this tragedy. Would our sons
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. Our armaments will be superior to anything else. I am no merchant, but I have plenty that you may need.
Alright. Alright, guy. I did notice that Verathorn is now selling another, what was it? Yeah, his dagger, which I've already got one of these. And I think, what was the other thing? Yeah, the Ancient Elven Blade, which Alistair has one of these right now as well. So, I don't know. I guess maybe I could pick up another one. We'll see, though. That might be a strength item, though. I don't know if I really want to go that route. It probably makes sense to get another one of these for Liliana, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, all right. Let's see here. Diggins. Stealth on a... honestly, I will probably never use this. Yeah, I'm going to just sell this. Same with this spell pike. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what's going on with the graphic. Like, was this a modded item or something? But so it says the restriction is mage, which is very weird. And it's a two-handed greatsword. It says 5 magic, 3 armor, 5 armor penetration, 50 stamina, 5 spell power, and 6 electricity damage. I mean, it's interesting. It kind of seems like it's a elemental warrior, right? Right? Because why else would you why else would you use a two-handed greatsword as a mage? But I just don't know if I'll end up doing anything with that. Let's get rid of this longbow. That oak branch is amazing. There's a juggernaut helmet. Yeah, that set is pretty solid. Water resist. Yeah, like just a boatload of resist on that. Heavy plate, I probably won't use that. Same with this Tevinter shield. Darkspawn shield is junk. Yeah. Alright, well, actually I'm going to figure out where I'm going to head next. And,
so what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lothering?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the Maker wills.
Don't you wish you could have stayed there? To help more people, I mean.
If the Blight isn't stopped, everyone will die. This is the greater good we're serving, both of us, right here.
So it's all right to let some people die for the greater good? I'm not so sure about that. I felt bad leaving all those people there, all panicked and helpless.
You're doing what you must, Alistair. There will be worse to come yet. You will need to steel yourself. You know this.
I've never been very good at that. The steeling myself part. I find it better sometimes to just be a little weak. I'm all right with that, really.
I don't believe you. And either way, it's not as if any of us has a choice.
All right. Well, I am going to figure out what I'm going to do next, and we'll continue on. All right, let's get back to it. I've made some changes in between the last clip and this commentary right now. I actually did swap over to, what was the name of this weapon? The Spell Pike. For now. I just didn't really have, I don't have much options right now as far as weapons to use with my Arcane Warrior. I noticed that if I want to do, you know, like a dual wield style, which I kind of was planning on doing, I need to do a dagger in the offhand because I don't have, you know, the dual wield spec because I'm a mage. And unfortunately, though, that means that I need to build my decks, and I don't know if I really want to do that. I mean, I might, but I've been going really, really deep into magic. And I mean, I guess I could also respec. Let me just see here. I've got an error with one of my mods too. My magic is at 53 right now. You know, so the more magic that I build, you know, I'm well over, I believe, even the most. Oh boy, how do I want to say that? I'm well over the point where I need magic in order to. You know, because basically my magic stat is being used in place of strength in regards to the heavy armor, right? Or to meet the heavy requirement. But I think I'm over, you know, the max that I need to be at. So I could start putting points into other things. And I mean, honestly, I don't really plan on casting that much with my Arcane Warrior anyway. So it really probably doesn't, you know, help me that much to keep pumping stats into the magic. I mean, you probably get more damage, right? You know, at least that's fair. But I could, actually, I'm kind of planning on doing a lot of like auras, and kind of getting damage, you know, that way. So I can probably get away with moving some stats into some other stuff. But anyways, I'm going to leave it as it is right now. Again, I can always respec later if I really feel like it. It looks a little goofy, but I don't know. I just feel like I've forgotten so much about how the game kind of like works in terms of stats, and it's nice to be able to just test different things out. So I'm going to keep doing that. And you know, not have to worry about making a mistake and, oh, okay, now my character is ruined or something like that, right? So I also did add one more mod that basically allows you to choose skills from literally any of the trees. I don't know if I'm really going to make use of that, but it seems pretty cool. We'll see if that, you know, again, if I do that. It also does feel a little overpowered, right? Like giving, I mean, and that's the thing. I could give my character dual wield. The only problem, though, and it's kind of funny, is that it always feels like something was working against the strategy that I wanted to go with, because the dual wield requires dexterity. So again, you know, I'd have to go dex instead of just building, you know, one stat like magic. So again, it was just kind of funny. Like it felt like every way I turned, the game was forcing me to try to like split my stats in some way or another. But which I suppose is probably why you know, just building magic and not and probably just using a shield is probably the best, right? Because you could have all of your points into magic, which is going to make your spells more powerful, but also make your damage a little bit better, and then not have to split your stats. But anyways, all right. So I think next up, I'm actually going to head into Denerim. I want to, and also now Lothering is not accessible, right? So right when you finish your first like kind of main plot, plot story, Lothering becomes inaccessible because it's been overrun by Darkspawn. So anyways, yeah, let's head up into Denerim. I think I want to start the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest as soon as possible because there's a weapon that we can get for Arcane Warrior out of that. So that's the plan anyway.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
All right, so that was our little introduction to Zevran. Also, this is the battle with the Darkspawn that I was looking for way back when I was trying to do the random encounters. So now let's do it. Let's take them out. There's a bunch of traps here.
Yes. Finish.
Trap right ahead.
I'm gonna try to run around and you know, take care of these traps early.
Ahead. Ahead. Right ahead. Right ahead.
There's an emissary out there that I want to take out too before he does anything nasty.
As you like. Right away.
Quickly, we must fight this.
Probably shouldn't have let that alpha run around free like that.
Good to go. Hey!
Okay, yeah, that went pretty well. Just gonna get rid of the rest of these traps. And then I'll run around. Excuse me. I'll run around and try to get into another random encounter as well, so that we can recruit Zevran. Which I probably won't use him, but Darkspawn Omega Battle Axe. That sounds fun. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Spell Pike. I don't know if this was something that was added, and there's some issue with the like the paper doll, right, and not showing. Yeah, whatever's going on there. I'm not sure. Okay, well that's, oh, there it is. Yeah, the same thing with this one. What's going on with this? 4% melee crit chance plus 4. It's probably the case that this is a modded item. The damage is pretty good. Crit chance is really high. Is that an axe thing? Are axes like, do they have better crit chance? Really good armor penetration as well. But yeah, 4% melee crit chance plus 4 armor penetration. Minus 3 dexterity though. That kind of sucks. 50 stamina, 10 physical resistance, and 9 fire damage. I mean, that seems really good, but my no helmet module isn't working with Alistair's helmet for whatever reason. Yeah, anyways. Alright, so that went pretty well. Let's get out of here, and we'll look for another encounter with Zevran. So probably just go right to town now, yeah. Alright, so there's the area unlocked, Denerim Market District, was it? So I'm going to save one more time here, and then we'll try to trigger that battle with Zevran. I think that there's more than one way to do this, though. I think sometimes you get the jump on them, and then sometimes it's just like you don't. So we'll see here. Oh, and then this was something different.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Yeah, this is the ambush. This must play out differently. I'm gonna reload and just show you. So this they basically just laugh at you, and yeah, here I'll just do this. We'll do the actual dialogue here, but it's kind of funny. And then
Right
so
ahead.
yeah, it must be the case that okay, so one of the things that I noticed right here was because I'm playing with the dog, he was getting trapped. Basically, there's a log that, actually I think is it this tree? It's this tree right here. They dropped this tree across the path, And if the dog isn't far enough, and I assume anybody else isn't far enough ahead, they get stuck behind the tree, which makes the battle extremely hard. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Let's get this started though.
The Grey Warden dies here!
I don't think so. Alright, let's, first thing I'm gonna do here is mass paralyze here. Morgana. Do the single target paralyze. I think that the Traveler usually tries to paralyze the main character, so just make sure that that doesn't happen. Send everybody after this raid right away.
As you like.
What? This really gets the
I'll try to be merciful. Trap. Right ahead. Trap. Right ahead. Head. Trap. Right ahead. I'll do it.
I am armed. I shall do it. I shall do it.
Yes.
Too easy.
Right ahead.
Getting all that extra experience. I think I disarmed everything so that everybody could get by too. So yeah, I think that that actually worked out really well. Just having Liliana run around and disarm everything. Yeah.
I am back.
Smooth. That's how it's done. All right, let's wake him up and talk to him.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
I have some questions.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Let's see here. What are the Antivan Crows?
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva, very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Alright, so who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Alright, how much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Then why are you one?
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Thanks. I'll take that under advisement.
You seem like a bright girl. I'm sure you have other options.
Let's see. Does that mean you're loyal to Logan?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you've failed that service?
Oh, well, that's between Logan and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
When were you going to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logan of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logan then.
If you had failed?
What can I say? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you?
Actually, I do. Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So, let me serve you instead.
Let's see. What's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Well, let's see. Well, why would I want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan Crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I could also stand around and look pretty if you prefer. Warm your bed. Fend off unwanted suitors, no?
Wow. Is this before or after you stabbed me in the back?
These things you say, they must drive the men back home simply wild. So, what shall it be? I'll even shine armor. You won't find a better deal, I promise.
Very well. I accept your offer.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry. We can use him.
All right. I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Alright, so Zevran, I probably won't use a whole lot. Looks like he starts at level 11. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's collect the spoils from our battle here. But yeah, anyways, you know, Zevran is... oh, hang on. Alright, I'm going to check my inventory. So I turned the auto loot function back on. I want to see... That's right, I bought some stuff from the vendor in the elf or the Dalish camp. I should actually check what I got. All right, so
It's done.
yeah, it's looking like the auto loot is just eating items. Well, there's Death Root Extract. Oh, I suppose it could be money. It could be money that I picked up. Acidic Trap. Yeah, okay. That's probably what was happening. It wasn't actually showing the money. Let's actually try that. So we'll test that theory while we're here. I like the auto loot. I was just always worried that it was eating something, because sometimes I would, you know, try to loot something and it just wouldn't, nothing would pop up. All right, so where's our cash? 55,979.
Right away.
Yep, that's what it was. It's cash. Okay, well, that's awesome. I will just leave that on then, because I like it. So it shows Zevran's corpse down there. Glamour Charm. Lesser Health Poultice. Oh, and then... What? It's not actually letting me loot, though. I wonder what happens if you loot him in the middle of combat after you've killed him. I should test that out. Oof, excuse me. A letter added. Oops, what was the... Friends of Red Jenny. The task was never promised to be easy. You said you could enter the Circle Tower and you were believed. Find the small painted box in the first Enchanter Irving's office and deliver it to the door marked in Denerim as agreed, or be prepared to find yourself hunted across Ferelden. Interesting. Okay, well, that looks like that's it. I can't get down that way. I might have to just test that battle again and see if I can get something from actually killing Zevran. I'm going to save, and I will report my findings. Alright, yeah, I just actually just attempted that battle again, and actually when I killed Zevran, he didn't drop anything at all, so... alright, let's move on. Let's get out of here. I might try to do some more random encounters, too. But, yeah, we'll see. Definitely gonna save eventually here as well. I think I need to also make some, yeah, I need to make some new or more mana potions. So I'm going to see if the vendor here has any lyrium. I didn't realize I was getting so low. Because my health potions are a little low too, but...
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. I am no merchant, but I have plenty that you may need.
Let's just see about that. Boom, boom, boom. I guess he's just got potions that I could buy. Let's buy 3. I guess we'll get a couple of graders as well. Why not? Where are... Oh, it doesn't look like he's got anything to make them, though. Yeah. Okay, well. Oh well. Maybe the dude at the camp has some. I think it's is it lyrium dust? I think is the name of it. Anyway, let's save. Yeah, let's go back to the camp. I'm sure there's going to be some dialogue here as well that I'll have to knock out.
The Blight. How will you end it?
We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm not here to impress you.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
So that looked like +6 approval from Sten. I'll take it. Yeah, I have a bunch of... I should probably actually knock out some more of our conversation stuff, too.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Let's just see about that. Oh, what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Well, I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Wow. You're quite lucky to have done so well.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I like discounts. Alright, well here's some more lesser. Oops. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of lyrium dust. Alright, well. Oh, and then what's this? Tomb of Arcane Technique. This tome gives the reader 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. Don't mind if I do. And then Physical. Gives the reader 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. The by shell. I think I looked at this before. I don't have enough money to buy it, but 3 strength, 5 melee crit. Stamina regen in combat. Some nature damage. It's pretty good. A couple of noble daggers. Yeah, these are nuts. It's restricted to warrior or rogue, though. Phoenix Matriarch Claw. Mig. This is part of that Phoenix armor mod that I installed. Man, 10% melee crit chance. 25% crit and backstab. Yeah, that thing is nuts. And interrupts spellcasting? Jeez, that's nasty. And then, yeah, I guess this is like the same thing. Yeah, these aren't restricted to, well, class. It does require a lot of dexterity, though, so I don't know, we'll see. And then what is this? Oh, these are like a lower tier. Yeah, these are just lower tier versions, I guess. Yeah, they're not quite as good. It's a blood dragon sword. 3 damage, 3 armor, penetration, 6 attack, 1 strength, 6 damage versus dragons. That's pretty good. Here's some, I think these are, yeah, bows. I'm not going to bother with those. I think this stuff, at least some of this stuff, would have been in that chest. Like the Phoenix's Fury, so these are like arrows. I know this stuff was in the chest in Ostagar, but I didn't open it. So I never ended up getting them there. Sylvan's Mercy. This is a weapon? Yeah, staff. 2 spell power, 5% nature damage. Meh. Conspirator's Foil. Proving Helmet. There's the Blood Dragon helmet. This goes with the Blood Dragon set. It's pretty good. Minus 2% fatigue is pretty solid. Looks like here's some more of the Phoenix set. Yeah, this stuff is restricted to females. This is really good for... I should probably get this stuff for Liliana. Smuggler's Bracelets. Rapid aim improves backstabs. Spirit Hands. Spirit resistance, spirit damage. Angled Strikers. 1 strength. 5% crit. Some more of the Phoenix stuff. Scout Gloves. Ooh, increases monetary gain. I should probably buy those. Yeah. Get some more cash built up. Here's the Blood Dragon gauntlets again for the blood. You know, like that set. Templar Knights gauntlets. Bard's dancing shoes. Man, there's so much good stuff in here. I don't know. The problem is I don't know if this is all stuff from the base game or if a lot of it, I know a lot of it is from the mods, like the Phoenix stuff for sure. Barrier Weavers. Yeah, maybe I'll just go through this stuff. Yeah, here's some more. Here's the Blood Dragon stuff again. God, this stuff has a lot of minus fatigue. That seems really good for the main character, because her fatigue is really high. Smuggler's Armor. Yeah, I'll go through this stuff a little bit more off screen because I don't know, it just didn't seem like I don't wanna just like talk through this stuff. So I picked up a couple of things. Don't remember what they were. I definitely picked up a belt. So I picked up I must have put it on. Did I put it on somebody already? Yeah, I must have. Yeah, Liliana. So I bought that Dwarven Merchant's belt. So it says increases monetary gain. I think that's from chest. Whenever you open up chest, there's a chance that you'll get more. And it's not much, but a little bit more money. But anyways, all right. So I've kind of fallen behind a little bit in terms of like relationship building. So I'm gonna do some more of that right now. Let's work on Morrigan.
I await your command.
Let's see. I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Oh, okay. Well, that option doesn't get us anywhere. So
I await
let's
your
go
command.
with I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh, nope. Okay. So I haven't met another, I guess like another tier for her. So we'll just come back later. All right. Maybe Stan.
Yes.
Let's see. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised. Very well.
I'd like to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Nope.
Then I suggest we move on.
Wow, I think you should
As you
leave. I don't
wish.
think so. Alright, so nothing new with Stan either.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Okay. I, for one, am in no hurry to let my spirit fly free.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
Girl's got some pipes. All right, let's see if I can go any farther with her. I see Sten moved over here.
Something I can help with? Yes?
I'd like to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
That looks like that might be it for
Of
now.
course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think. Which one?
Yeah, that looks
It
like
will
that's
come
it.
to you soon, I'm sure.
Okay, who is up? Let's go with Alistair next.
Something on your mind?
Wow, has anyone ever told you how handsome you are?
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
Oh, let's see here. Wow, I don't want to do the romance stuff with Alistair, honestly. My lips are sealed.
Oh, I get it. I'll get it out of you yet. So, is this the part where I get to say the same?
Oh, Jesus. All right, that would be nice.
Oh, well, I'll think about it then. Sometime soon, I'm sure.
All right.
At your service.
Let's see. Oh, I'd like to discuss something private, or I have some. Let's go with I have some questions.
Of course.
Bum, bum, bum. So I think I've already explored the top two options. So let's go with if you were raised in the Chantry, have you never?
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
Wow, you know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Now you're making fun of me.
Make fun of you, dear lady. Perish the thought. Well, tell me, have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Wow. Let's see. Wow, I've licked my share of lampposts and then some.
That's a disturbing mental image you've conjured for me right there. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Let's see here. You lack the proper parts.
Oh, that's funny. Such cruelty from such a beautiful woman. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
Dude, he's just hilarious. You think I'm beautiful?
Of course you are, and you know it. You're ravishing, resourceful, and all those other things you probably hurt me for not saying.
All right. So glad you remembered.
Let us be off then, lest your risque talk make my ears blush. At your service.
All right, let's see. I think, do we need to discuss something private again?
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
God, yeah, man, it's just creeping me out. Doing the like romance Alistair options. I mean, like every other time I've played the game, I've played as a I think it was like a human noble, a dude, and so or a male. And so yeah, this is it's a little weird. Wow, how would you like to join me in my tent? I think we need to end this now. I think I'm just gonna say I need to tell you how much I enjoy your company.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Given the circumstances, things could have been so much worse. I'm so grateful that you're you, instead of some other Grey Warden. That sounded better in my head. I just mean to say that I can't imagine having done this without you.
Aw, feel the same way.
Now we just need to be rid of that pesky archdemon, and everything will be back to normal, right? At your service.
Right. Let's keep going here. I'd like to discuss something private.
We're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
Wow, let's do it. How would you like to join me in my tent?
Your tent? Ah, I know most guys would probably leap at the chance to be with you, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's a big step. I guess that must make me sound like an idiot. I mean, turn down an incredible woman like you, I'd have to be.
Let's see. Wow, I was expecting you to be more of a man. Let's go with, I think it's cute.
Just what every man wants to hear. I guess I was just raised not to take this sort of thing lightly. I hope it hasn't put you off. All right, so now that I've handled that with my usual deft brilliance, time to move on. And take a cold bath, maybe. At your service.
So that's probably it for conversation options?
We're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
Okay, wow, okay. Yeah, same option.
Off we go then.
All right. Up next, let's do some of this stuff with Zevran.
Here I am.
Let's see. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
Let's see. You did quite well, no doubt.
Within the Crows, I did. But it has been something the Crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Okay. Well,
here I
next. Can you teach others to be an assassin?
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the Crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see.
Yeah, that actually doesn't make sense at all. You don't think this is important?
You need to learn the arts of the Crows in order to slay Darkspawn, do you? You seem to be doing fine as it is. If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The Crows are already angry at me, yes? Who knows?
Alright, yeah, so really all you need to do is keep at this and raise your affection levels with Zevran in order for him to be able to teach you to be an assassin. So we'll just keep at it here. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
So, you're simply bored?
I don't know that I would put it precisely that way. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
Wow, that sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The Crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a Crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
So what is it you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
Oh boy, here we go. Not at all.
This is good to know. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Alright, let's see here. Think that will change?
Everything changes, my friend. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Okay. Care to answer some questions?
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Oh boy. Tell me a little of Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
Let's see. That's pretty funny. Of course, my mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Now, this I have to hear.
I mean, the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
Let's see. You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Well, your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Let's see. Don't make me change my mind. Let's go with, now you're flattering me.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
No, by all means.
And glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Boom. 6 approval. Alright, let's, care and answer some questions.
Alright, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
What's your opinion of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Wow. Let's see here. So you're an assassin and son of a whore. Jesus. Zevran, that's horrible.
Is it? It seemed normal enough a tale growing up. No different than the other elven boys in the whorehouse. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
Let's see here. And yet you're oddly cheerful about it all.
It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
You can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
But you don't think of yourself as Dalish.
Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva City once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
All right. Let's see. Care to answer some questions?
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
I don't think I explored this one, but do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
Let's see here. You've never killed an innocent?
Now there's an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent? But if you're talking generalities, such as children and relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose. But it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all. If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
There's... I don't know about that. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds like an excuse.
Death happens, as we like to say. And when I get paid for it, death happens more often. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed. The pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
Jeez. That's a bit sick. I'm just gonna go with I take no pleasure in killing.
It is not pleasure, per se. Nothing sexual. It is more a sense of satisfaction. A feeling of power. Does that make sense? No matter. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules. Oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Let's see here. Wow. I'm not gonna go with the handsome elf like you. I'm gonna go, why not? You can do whatever you like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by, honestly. I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Oh, disapproval. Okay, well, he didn't like that. Let's see here. I want to discuss something personal.
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Oh, boy. Okay, nope, never mind. Okay, well, that looks like that's it for Zevran at the moment. I think, am I done now? God, I hope I'm done. I'm not going to bother with Roland. I'm not doing really anything with him. I think Liliana's done. Alistair's done. Yeah. Morgan didn't have anything going on. I mean, she's got some stuff going on, but all right, let's save. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find a random encounter here.
Very well.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Head back to dinner.
Darkspawn!
Okay, big old darkspawn battle here. Let's start out like that. So here's a bunch of Dalish allies. I think actually it's probably the case that you can attack or use friendly fire to kill them and maybe get extra experience, but actually I don't think I have anything that I'm able to do that with, so unfortunately I won't be able to take advantage of that.
Yes.
Very well.
All right. Battle it is then.
Right then.
Big old darkspawn fight. Oh, let's see.
I shall order. So be it. Very Very well. I shall do it. I see. I see. As you wish. As you wish.
You will learn to fear me!
All right. Well, unfortunately, it looks like all of our little
is
Dalish
begun.
allies died,
As you say.
which is very sad.
Very well.
Dead, but not forgotten. Their sacrifices were not in vain.
shall be done. I shall do it.
Okay. Let's actually save. I'm gonna try to find. I know there's for sure one more random encounter that we can do. I guess I need to, or I should save inside Denerim instead. So the battle I'm looking for is actually a bunch of bandits, and I kind of made a mistake before when I was talking about Zevran's battle. I actually thought that you could ambush Zevran, but that's not the case. I didn't realize it, but it was the bandit battle that I was thinking of, and yeah, it's not the same one. So this is taking so long. And of course, no battle. We'll just try that again. I wonder if there's only so many scripted battles that you can do out here at a time or something, right? And then, I don't know, you have to, I don't know, do something with the story to like, I don't know, make the next set trigger or something? I don't know. Just very strange. Kind of leaning towards that. Well, maybe I'll do some more of this off screen. I'll just try that out. I'm kind of leaning towards that. I'm almost wondering now if after you've completed like that was 2, right? Yeah, what was it? That was the Hurlock Darkspawn battle and Zevran. I don't know, let's just try this one more time. And yeah, but like I was saying, I know there's another bandit battle out here, and it's huge. There's a ton of bandits, but I'm wondering if we're kind of locked now into. I guess yeah, it'll be later, like maybe once we've done, I don't know, another quest or something in one of the main areas. Yeah, God, this is such a nightmare too. I should figure out. I'm sure there's probably a mod that speeds up this travel time between these two, but it's also probably a mod that slowed it down in the first place. All right. Well, yeah. I think what I'm gonna do here is. Oh my God. Well, I mean, yeah, this is bad. Let's actually, I'll head back into Denerim one last time, and then I'm just going to continue on from there. But I actually am going to end it here, and I'll just start Denerim in the next video. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.